in the headlines. President Tinubu nominates members for NMDPRA and UPRC boards. Kwara government calls for support of education stakeholders. Osun local government workers resume duties after 11-month strike. On the foreign scene, Uganda denies plans to block internet during election. In business news, United Kingdom commences ban on junk food advertisement. In entertainment news, actress Dakori Egbusin Akande breaks silence on father's death. From the world of sports, Super Eagles target AFCON quarterfinal sport against Mozambique. Good evening and many thanks for joining us for news across the world on time at 88.7 of FAM Ilori. I am Omonike Babatunde. You can listen to us via our website at www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 of FAM. You can also download our app on Play Store, Diamond 887 of FAM. We'll bring you details of the news after this break. Don't go away, please.
Who be this person when they text me now? Oh, Bolan. Me I go quick check am. I go text you later.
That's what can happen if you take your eyes off the road. Texting or using your phone when driving is very dangerous for you and other road users. Keep yourself and other road users safe by staying off your phone when driving. We need you alive.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilori.
You're welcome back from that short break. Now the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has forwarded letters to the Senate seeking confirmation of 21 nominees for the board of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA) and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NUPRC). This was disclosed today by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. In the first letter, Senator Magnus Abe was nominated to serve as chairman of the NUPRC board. Abe, a two-term senator representing Rivers South East, is a former NNPC board member and currently chairs the National Agency of the Great Green Wall. Other nominees for the NUPRC board include Engineer Paul Yaru Jay-Z, former Trade Union Congress chairman in Kaduna, and Mr. Sunday Adebayo Babalola, a former deputy director of the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR. Both will serve as non-executive commissioners. As public, private, primary and secondary schools resume today for another term, the Kwara State government has called for the support of all stakeholders in the education sector. The State Commissioner for Education and Human Capital Development, Dr. Lawal Olalekan Olorungbebe, made the call today in an exclusive interview with Diamond FM News on the resumption of schools in the state. Dr. Olorungbebe thanked teachers and parents for their support so far, even as it calls for more support so the investment of the state government in the education sector will yield the desired fruit.
I welcome the students, the pupils, the teachers, and every other stakeholder. I also thank them. I appreciate them for the cooperation we have been enjoying over the years. And I will also enjoin them to please work with the government so that we can have a better Kwara in such a way that the students, the children that we are teaching today, that we are training and nurturing today, will become productive members of the society in the nearest future through the schools, the teachers. And I also commend our teachers as well for their cooperation and the support they have been given this.
He thanked the Kwara State Governor Malam Abdurrahman Abdulrazak for his huge investment in the education of Kwaras, which has restored the confidence of the people in the public schools in the state. Security was beefed up today as local government workers across Osun State resumed work. The presence of heavily armed policemen were observed at the local government secretariat in conformity with the assurance given by the Commissioner of Police, Osun State Police Command, Ibrahim Gota. At the Eden North Local Government Council Secretariat, the Executive Chairman of Eden North Local Government Council Area, Elliot Adeyemi, said the resumption of the workers after a 10-month sit-at-home would enhance development across the state. The Osun State chapter of the National Union of Local Government Employees, NOLGE, had last week announced that its members will resume work today. The resumption to work is coming after nearly an 11-month strike embarked upon by the union on Monday, February 17, 2025. The strike was necessitated after violence broke out across Osun Local Government Secretariat for the control of the councils. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa of Ondo State has called on public servants and political office holders in the state to place the overall interest of the state above personal considerations as they resume duties for the 2026 work year. The governor made the call today while addressing workers at the first working day prayer meeting for 2026 held at the governor's office, Alagbaka, Akure, the state capital. Ayedatiwa urged all ministries, departments and agencies to hit the ground running and work diligently to deliver projects and programs that meet the expectations of the people in line with his administration's Our Ease agenda. He assured that the 2026 budget would be implemented faithfully and strictly, stressing the importance of accountability, transparency, and adherence to set targets across the public service, which he described as critical to sustaining Ondo State's development momentum. The Independent National Electoral Commission has resumed the nationwide continuous voter registration exercise, signaling the start of the second phase of the process. The resumption, which took effect today, was confirmed by the Chief Press Secretary to the INEC Chairman, Adedayo Oketola. The resumption follows the inclusion of the first phase of a CVR, which officially ended on December 10, 2025. INEC had earlier launched online pre-registration for the exercise on August 18, 2025, before rolling out physical registration at designated centers across the country on August 25, 2025. The electoral body urged eligible Nigerians who are yet to register to take advantage of the resumption to enroll, transfer their voting locations, or update their personal details. INEC also encouraged individuals who registered during the first phase to verify their information, report any errors, and raise observations to the inclusion of ineligible or deceased persons on the voters' register. The news across the world is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 of Family Laurie. We'll go on a break now, and when we return, we'll bring you foreign and sport news. Do stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at Diamond 87 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
You're welcome back from that break. You're still listening to news across the world, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 of Family Laurie. Now we move on to the foreign stories. Uganda's authorities have denied report that they are planning to cut access to internet during next week's election. The main opposition candidate last week repeated claims that the government was going to block the internet to prevent its supporters from mobilizing and sharing election results. The head of the Uganda Communications Commission, UCC, said reports of a possible internet blackout were mere rumors, insisting that the commission's role was to guarantee uninterrupted connectivity nationwide. President Yoweri Museveni is seeking to extend his 40-year rule in the 15 January elections. His strongest challenger is expected to be Robert Kyagulanyi, popularly known as Bobby Wine, a former pop star. Still on the foreign scene, deposed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro arrived at a New York court today, just days after being seized in Caracas in a shock United States military operation that paved the path for Washington's plan to control the oil-rich country. Maduro, 63, faces narcotic trafficking charges along with his wife, Celia Flores. The pair were forcibly taken out of Caracas in a U.S. assault in which commandos swooped in on helicopters backed by fighter jets and naval forces to capture them. This morning, Maduro was escorted by heavily armed law enforcement officers to a courtroom in New York, having been transported by helicopters and armored cars. All eyes are on Venezuela's response to the swiftly moving event as interim leader Delcy Rodriguez step back from our initial defiance by offering to work with Trump. That's into foreign news. Up next is
Diamond FM Business News.
In our business news today, Britain has banned daylight television and online adverts for so-called junk foods in what the government called a world-leading action to tackle childhood obesity. The ban, targeting ads for products high in fat, salt or sugar, is expected to remove up to 7.2 billion calories from children's diet each year. The government argues evidences show advertising influences what and when children eat, shaping preferences from a young age and increasing the risk of obesity and related illnesses. It notes 22% of children starting primary school in England, typically aged from around 5, are overweight or obese, rising to more than a third by the time they progress to secondary schools aged 11. That ain't our business news. Up next is our entertainment news.
Diamond FM Entertainment News.
In our entertainment news, actress Dakore Akode has spoken out following the death of her father, expressing her grief and gratitude on social media. In an Instagram post, she said she was totally heartbroken, yet relieved that he is free from pain. Dakore thanked her father for the memories, laughter, and legacy of excellence he instilled in her and her siblings. She also highlighted his love for music and sense of style, adding that despite their complex family dynamics, he is immensely loved and missed beyond comprehension. The actress' brother, Timini Ebusen, has earlier announced their father's passing, promising to continue making him proud. That ain't our entertainment news. Up next is our sport news.
Diamond FM Sports News.
And from the exciting world of sport today, the 2025 African Cup of Nations has reached its decisive stage, and Nigerian Super Eagles will face Mozambique in a round of 16 clash tonight as they continue their pursuit of a fourth continental title. Under the guidance of coach Eric Chale, Nigeria cruised past Tanzania, Tunisia and Uganda in Group C to set up a meeting with the members of Mozambique. Tonight's encounter will be Mozambique's first ever knockout appearance at the African Cup of Nations, while Nigeria, seasoned campaigner at this stage of the competition. Overall, the Super Eagles have won 4 of the 5 meetings between the two sides, with 1 draw. Nigeria also edged Mozambique 3-2 in a friendly played in Portugal in 2023. Chale, who was named best coach of the group stage, is expected to rely on the attacking trio of Ademola Lookman, Victor Osimhen and Samuel Chukwueze. Still from the world of sport. Players of the Cameroon national team have been rewarded handsomely following their hard-fought victory over South Africa at the ongoing 2025 African Cup of Nations. The indomitable Lions secured a 2-1 win against Bafana to book their place in the quarterfinals of the competition, continuing their quest for a 6th continental title. Following the qualification, each Cameroon player is set to $32,000, underlining the significance played on success by the Cameroonian football authorities. Cameroon will now turn their attention to the next round as they aim to maintain momentum and challenge for the AFCON 2025 trophy. And that's it from the world of sport. With that, we've come to the end of news across the world. But before we go, here's a recap of the major highlight. President Tinubu nominates members for NMDA-PRA and UPRC board. Kwara government calls for support of education stakeholders. Osun local government workers resume duties after 11-month strike. On the foreign scene, Uganda denies plan to block internet during election. In business news, United Kingdom commences ban of junk food advertisement. In entertainment news, actress Akore Igbuson-Akande breaks silence on father's death. And from the world of sports, Super Eagles target AFCON quarterfinal spot against Mozambique. For today in history. Did you know that on this day in 1966, Nigeria Prime Minister Abubakar Tafawa officially opens the Niger Bridge that connects eastern and western Nigeria? Now you know. For information about happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM newsroom number on 091 6062 7526. One more time, 091 6062 7526. The news across the world was edited by Abiodun Akiwumi, and my name is Omonike Babatunde. Thank you for listening to your Shining Supreme station, and please stand by for the news in Yoruba language. Good evening.
For up-to-date news reported across the globe, be rest assured you're on the right radio dial. Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, your shining supreme station.